Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Elena Michaels. Welcome. I'm going to do a card reading and a guided meditation for you this evening. This is completely unprepared, unrehearsed. I never know what I'm going to say. I don't know what cards are going to come up. But I would suggest that if you have something on your mind, you think about that question and maybe you'll get some answers, because what the cards will do is tap into your subconscious mind, and that will allow you to come up with your own answers and get clarity on whatever it is your question is that you asked. And so I just want to tell you one thing, and that is today was a very hectic day, and sometimes we have days like that. I had a lot of technical issues. I had to do some recording for something else, a lot of problems, and the hours just seemed to, it's almost like I was in a movie where the clock hands were going really quickly. In those old movies, you know how it would do that? It just felt like the hours were flying by and it was taking really a long time to get everything done. And when that happens, which it does to all of us at certain times, the best thing to do is to just roll with it and trust that it's happening for a reason. Because if you get all contracted and you get tense and you're trying to push and make something happen, it usually doesn't. So the best thing to do is just stay loose. Stay loose. Now, I've said this before. You know how tapestry is very tightly woven? And you know how gauze is very filmy and has a lot of open space? Be like gauze, G-A-U-Z-E. Because when you are like the fabric of gauze, you allow the light to come through and the energy to come in. When you're tightly contracted, like tapestry, which you cannot see through, you cannot see the light through that, it's because you're pushing and trying to make something happen and trying to make it happen at a certain time frame. Sometimes there are technical issues and you just have to kind of relax and let it go. And that's what I did. But what was supposed to be done by 4 o'clock, it took hours, literally. So anyway, here I am, and we're going to do a card reading. And so think of your question. Think of something that you have in mind that you want an answer to. By the way, I just want to mention that I release a lot, and it's starting to happen right now. Excuse me. Releasing means that I sneeze, I yawn, my eyes water, my nose runs, my throat gets dry, I need a drink of water. All of that means that I'm releasing the energy of the day, and there was a lot of energy that needed to be released from today. And I'm releasing the energy of the day so that I can better channel and speak in the moment about what the cards mean and what we're going to do in the guided meditation. The cards are like a roadmap for me. And so I lay them out on the table here after I choose them, and I shuffle them on camera. So you'll see me shuffle them, and then I'll lay them out, and I'll look over here periodically during the guided meditation to see the roadmap of where we're going to go for the guided meditation. And so now we're going to begin. So take a moment to think about if you have a question or something you want clarity on in your mind or direction on a certain situation. And my nose is already running. I'm already starting to kind of trance out a little bit here. But, you know, that's kind of the way it goes. This is just in the moment, in my living room, with Luna the meditation cat if she shows up. So it's just real life, you know? All right, first thing we're gonna do, get your question, have it in your mind. If you don't wanna write it down, just remember it. I'm gonna remember one for myself. Okay, I got it. All right, I'm gonna choose from the God box first. This is a cute little thing that was given to me as a gift, and I really like it. And I'm just gonna open it up, and there's a lot of different cards in here, and I'm just gonna kind of shuffle them a little bit. What's interesting about the cards and whatever decks I use, there's a lot of cards in these decks, but the same cards kind of come up over and over again. And that's just kind of like a big cosmic 2x4 hitting you over the head to kind of drive home a certain point. And sometimes they repeat week after week, which is super weird. But hey, that's how I roll. You know, that's just the way it goes. All right, I think I'm gonna just go with this one. I don't know what it says because I don't have my glasses on, but it's a pink one. And I'm just gonna grab this and put the cards aside here. And we're going to read it and see what it says. And I'm going to get my glasses so I can read it. And we'll see what it says. I was just reading about this yesterday, the word inspired. It says, inspiring the breath of God in spirit. I am inspired. I'll talk to you about inspiration in just a minute. The other side of it says, my inner wisdom gently unfolds like a beautifully blossoming flower. Very sweet. My inner wisdom gently unfolds like a beautifully blossoming flower. Inspiring the breath of God in spirit, I am inspired. I want to talk to you about that. When we talk about inspiration is kind of like a blessing that comes from above, a creative idea, an intuitive flash. But inspire also means to breathe in, inspire. So when you breathe in and you are conscious of your breath and you spend a few minutes each day being conscious of your breath, you actually are becoming more inspired. You're becoming more connected. You're becoming more in tune. And you're allowing yourself to get more of those creative flashes and those intuitive flashes. And when you do that, you're able to inspire others. If you're not inspired, you can't inspire anybody else. And inspiration and being inspired is joyful and happy and fun and magic. So see if you can spend a few minutes each day. I was talking to a patient of mine just yesterday about this. I said, she's very, very busy, always busy. And I said, the busier you are, the more you need to take time for yourself. I said, just set a timer, and at some point during your busy day at work, just close your eyes, set your timer on your iPhone, and breathe. That's it. Just breathe. Just breathe. Put your hands on your abdomen and inspire. When you breathe in, your abdomen will come out. When you exhale, your abdomen will go down. I said, just close your eyes and breathe. Try that right now for just a moment. Even doing 2 breaths starts to put you, here comes the yawn. Maybe not. Starts to put you into a different state of being. Even just 2 breaths. Imagine what 5 minutes can do. And what it does is it calms down your nervous system. Because when you're busy like she is all day long with a very high pressure job, the nervous system is on hyperdrive. You're on sympathetic dominant all the time. And your body cannot heal and recalibrate unless you're in parasympathetic. And to get in parasympathetic, your breath can take you there. And you will go there tonight in this guided meditation. You will go into parasympathetic mode, because that's what these guided meditations do, is they give you a chance to take breathing time out from your life so that you can recalibrate, renew, re-energize, revitalize, and rebalance by putting yourself into a parasympathetic state. So it's a good thing. Has to happen every day, even a little bit, even a couple minutes every day. Okay. All right, so that's that card right there. And now we're going to go into the tarot. All right. I'm going to pull out the tarot deck, and we're going to see what turns up here. Okay. All right, we're going to shuffle these cards. Okay, let's shuffle these cards. And as this is happening, I assert and affirm that we are surrounded by beautiful healing white light that is allowing us to tap into the subconscious mind and get the clarity and the answers and the direction that we may be looking for. And again, this is not fortune telling, because you're going to have the answers yourself. I'm not telling you what to do. You're going to have the answers. And the answers are inside of you all the time anyway. The problem is sometimes we can't get to the place that has the answers because we're so keyed up or so distracted or so much in sympathetic dominant mode that we can't get there. So we're going to count the cards once, and I'm going to take the card that's on top now. I'm Let's see what it is. Okay, that's one. I'm going to take another one right after it. That's another one. And I'm going to take one more. Oh, God. Now, see, this came up last week, too. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. This is like a 2x4 over the head. That's what this is. A cosmic 2x4 over the head. When they come up again, it's a big fat deck here. See? Look at all these cards. Big deck. Same cards come up. You got to look twice. You got to think about it. See what it's trying to tell you. It's not an accident. It's not a coincidence. There are no coincidences, by the way. There are no coincidences. There are only things that happen because of energetic frequency patterns, and we call them coincidences because we don't know how to explain them, but they're magic, actually. You know, every action causes a reaction. Everything that is put out causes change in the energy in what is received. So let's talk about these cards. All righty. Put this down here. And put my glasses on. I thought these were turquoise, but they actually look more blue as I look at them in this light. But whatever. Okay, first card, swords. Okay, this is a swords card. Swords have to do with ideas and cutting through crap, okay? And this is a 5 of swords. And you see there's kind of cloudy skies. Something has just happened which isn't that pleasant. Something has just happened. Whether it's an argument or an event or a situation or a disaster, something hasn't worked out well. And you see a couple of guys here. A couple of these guys they've like stopped. They're like, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. I just can't do this anymore. I'm just done. Okay? And this guy, however, he's got a couple swords with him. This guy in the back looks like he's been crying. See that? His head's down. This guy, however, has a little bit of a smile on his face. And he's got a couple swords here and one here. So he's got the upper hand, okay? So this could be different aspects of yourself that have just kind of put down the sword. It's like, I'm not doing this anymore, you know? I'm just gonna walk away from whatever it is that's been causing me pain, that I've had to cut through, that I've had to deal with. And this is another aspect of yourself. This is coming from the heart center, green. Green is the heart chakra. And this guy's got a couple things, you know, he's like, hey, I got a couple things going on right here. And I feel kind of stable. He's kind of holding this and using it to stand upright. And he's smiling. And he's kind of looking at like these other guys or these other aspects of himself or other people in a situation, maybe a work situation or a creative situation. They're kind of like done. You know, they're just kind of done. And I think this is more about each of us having parts of us that are just kind of done with certain things. If you notice, these guys are facing the cloudy sky. This one is oblivious to it. He's like, I'm moving on. I'm good. I got a couple things I'm working on. I'm feeling pretty stable, coming from my heart. And he's letting these parts of himself just kind of like fade away. They're walking away. They're further away. They're done, okay? And actually, this always looks like sorrow to me because when I look at it, it's backwards. When you see it, it's right in the right way. But when I see it and I look at it right now on the monitor, it looks backwards and it looks kind of like the word sorrow. Anyway, that's what this card is all about. And it's a 5. 5 is about mastering things, okay? It's about getting through things and mastering them. And swords are about cutting through crap. So cutting through the illusion, the drama, the things that just happened that weren't so great, you know, the cloudy skies, and cutting through and moving on and feeling kind of happy about it. See, this guy's kind of smiling. All right, there's that. Next, here's a King of Wands. Now this could be a person, okay? And this could be an older person. Wands are creative. If it's a person, it's an older male person that's experienced in his field. And I want you to see there's a lion right there. So they may have some fire in them. Also wearing red, which is the root chakra. Also a salamander, which is like a little totem animal, and holding a flowering rod, which means that rods and wands are the same, by the way, which means that he's looking forward. He's looking forward into a new direction and feeling creative. Creativity is sprouting. He's grounded, he's centered. He's got his feet on the ground. His feet are in green shoes. Again, heart chakra right there, green. Right here, green. A little bit of fire in him right here, the lion. And if you look at these symbols right here, it's the salamander. These are salamanders biting their tails. And then here's one right here. Here's another lion right there. See, lion, salamander, lion, two salamanders, another salamander right here. A salamander biting its tail is a symbol of the nature of the universe's change. Things just keep on going, regardless of what's happened. Things just keep on going, okay? It's kind of like piggybacking on this card. Whatever has happened, these parts of this person are done. They're just kind of done, and they're facing the cloudiness. This guy is larger, stronger. It's like another aspect of yourself is like moving forward, heart-centered and grounded with the red leggings and the red coming out here. And this is also looking forward. See that? Looking in another direction. Not directly at us, in another direction. This guy's looking in another direction too. So there's those two. Now, this is the one that came up last week. Again, I have to address this. This came up again. I was just talking to someone the other day about this card. This is a card, once again, it looks like sorrow backwards. This is a person with a lot of emotion behind them. They've gone through something pretty intense. And the moon is out, you know, kind of like the dark night of the soul kind of thing. But the person is protecting themselves. They've got the arms across the chest, kind of protecting their heart. But if you look closely, this isn't really covering the eyes. It's more like a headband. The eyes can see out of the bottom. This is more cutting through the crap of the illusion. And at any point, this person can see out of these eyes, and you know, all they have to do is just like lift that thing up a little bit because it's not even covering their eyes. And they can get up and move forward away from all of this ocean of emotion. Yeah, and this is the two, okay? And the Two of Swords. This card came up last time. Something to pay attention to. Something to pay attention to. Pretty far out, I must say. All right, I'm gonna move some things around here and get into the next decks. This is the first one I'm gonna grab right here. Let's get these out of the way. All right, we're gonna go into this one right here. See who shows up here, right? Once again, we're gonna shuffle these cards on the camera. See who shows up to guide us, give us more insight, more direction, more substantiation, more validation, more explanation. Oh, when a card falls out, I have to look at it because it's meaningful. That happens when I do private tarot readings and card readings sometimes too. A card will just fall out of the deck. That means it's important and I have to address it. Here we go. And this one is acceptance. All right, let's talk about this. You know, sometimes it's hard to accept when heavy things happen. Like this, that is behind the person. Whatever that gigantic piece of emotion of ocean is. And like this. This looks like, you know, almost like the aftermath of a battle. You know, it's like something heavy has just happened. The person has gone through something, but they're going to come out okay. They're going to come out victorious because a part of them is done fighting anymore. See? These are done fighting. Okay, just kind of allow. Kind of what I was talking about earlier when I said when things aren't happening as fast as you want or the way you want, or something unforeseen happens that you didn't want to happen, you just have to allow. You just have to roll with it, you know, and move into acceptance. I'm going to talk to you about acceptance here. And let me get my glasses back on again. I'll tell you, acceptance is a big lesson that everybody needs to learn, because there are things you just can't change. You just have to accept them and move on. Here's what it says. Look at it. See the angels up there? This is a beautiful card. See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. You receive this card to help your relationship with yourself and others. The next time you're tempted to judge yourself or someone else harshly, pray for their health and happiness instead. This more positive route builds self-esteem and harmony and heals relationships. Here are some additional meanings. Notice how much better you feel when you think positively about yourself and about others. Don't try to control or change others. Everyone is doing the best they can at any given time. If they could do better, they would be doing better. They're doing the best they can. It's not your job to teach everybody how to be better. If they ask you, that's one thing, but don't lay trips on people. Stay in your own lane, as they say. Don't try to control or change others. Let go of the tendencies to force things to happen. Like I was talking about when I first started talking, how, the choice is try and force things to happen and be, very tightly woven by like that tapestry, or just allow, like the soft gauze that allows the energy and the light to come through those loose fibers. Be loose, be loose. Let go of tendencies to force things to happen, and you'll receive your desired or better outcome more peacefully. When one door closes, another door opens. That's heavy. When something doesn't turn out the way you want it to, or something bad has just happened that's kind of hard to deal with, look in a different direction. Let your creative thoughts flow. Walk away from the past of that deep grief, that sorrow, that gigantic ocean of emotion, whatever it is that's behind you. Let it be behind you. Let it be behind you. It's hard. I know it's hard. Trust me, I know. And accept. 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 By accepting, you can move on. Woo! I want to read the last line of that again, acceptance 1. Where is it here? The last line. When one door closes, another door opens. When you don't get that job and you're so bummed out, just trust that something better is going to come along. When that relationship doesn't work out, trust that a better one is right around the corner. And when you expect that, you're going to get that. When you expect something better, you're going to get something better. When you berate the fact that you didn't get what you wanted, all you're doing is being like a tapestry, closing down the flow that's trying to come to you. So just accept and allow and move forward. It's like magic, really. Okay, what else do we have here? Let's go to another deck. All right, we're going to go into an Archangel deck here. See what's happening here. I ate a little bit of something before I started this video, so I'm kind of dealing with it still. All right. More shuffling, more direction. There's a nice piece of hair there. more substantiation, more validation. And again, divinely protected by white light always. Just expect good. Expect good things to happen, and they will. Even when horrible things happen, there's always a blessing in there somewhere. You just have to look for it. I know, I've been through some pretty heavy traumatic things, and it's really hard to find a blessing. But when you do, it changes everything. It really does. Some of you who have watched the videos for a while kind of have an idea of some of the things I've talked about that have happened. Okay, here we go. Oh, peace. This came up too. This is another card that came up either last week or the week before. This is Archangel Chamuel. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Only love is real. Only love is real. You know that relationship that you're not in anymore? Or the relationship that changed and transitioned into something else? Just remember the love that was there and count the blessings for the love that was there. And that's what I have done with, people who have been close to me who have passed away, for example. I just remember the love, and I'm so grateful for the love. And it keeps me out of thinking about the things that are not so pleasant about that. And in our relationships now, with the people around us now, love is the key. Love and acceptance. When you are loving and open and kind and accepting and allowing people to be who they are and understanding that they're doing the best they could possibly do, everything is just so much better. You're so much happier. It's so worth it. And how do you get there? How about spending 5 minutes a day breathing? Because then you are more inspired, then you're getting more breath, then you're getting more spirit, then you're changing your vibrational frequency, you're coming to a higher vibrational frequency, you're elevating your consciousness. It all works together. It all works together. But I am going to read you about peace. Okay? All right, here we go. Peace. Some of these don't even show up. I have been doing this, hundreds of these, since COVID. And there are some cards that have never shown up, and some cards show up over and over and over again. It's crazy. Archangel Chamuel. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Look past the surface of this situation and see the underlying truth. Everyone involved is a child of God, filled with love. By focusing upon this truth, you elicit loving behavior and solutions. Even though appearances may seem otherwise, trust that a higher wisdom is in charge. Love is the only power that exists, and its light shines away any seeming darkness. This card had darkness. This is nighttime. But there's a moonlight there. So it's not all black. There's still light. This was kind of a dark sky, kind of after a storm with clouds. Okay? So, peace. Notice the lessons and the love that spring from every moment that you engage in acting upon your dreams. Feel gratitude. Each step brings your manifestation into tangible form. Look past the surface of this situation and see the underlying truth. Everyone involved is a child of God filled with love. Focus on this truth and you elicit loving behavior and solutions. Even though appearances may seem otherwise, trust that a higher wisdom is in charge. Love is the only power that exists, and its light shines away any seeming darkness. Hold the intention to look for examples of this light within yourself and others. Like I said before, expect the best, expect good. And you'll have more light in your mind, your heart, your thoughts, and your life. This knowledge is the foundation of peace. When you work with Archangel Shamuel, call upon him to feel more centered, calm, and peaceful. He's the Archangel of personal and global peace. He's kind, loving, and sweet. And he'll evoke a pleasant feeling of excitement when he works with you. Know that Shamuel sees your true qualities and loves you unconditionally. You know, sometimes we feel guilty because we think we should be behaving or thinking or feeling a different way than we actually are. And when we do that, we're just being judgmental of ourselves, being guilty and feeling guilty that you should have done something or that you are doing something that you shouldn't be doing. You know, just let the guilt go. Always try and come from your highest, and don't feel, people will say, oh, I feel guilty because I'm not going to visit my grandmother, or I feel guilty because I'm not doing this or that or the other thing. Guilt holds you back. Guilt is a head trip that you put on yourself to judge yourself and bring yourself down. So let it go. You don't have to feel guilty about anything. If you're aligned with the light and you're always trying to do your best, and you're doing your best to be loving and kind to yourself. That is super important. Be kind to yourself. So many people are so critical of themselves. I'm going to choose one more card from the Indigo deck here. I've said this before, indigos are not just children. Indigos are anyone who's watching this video channel right now, because if you're watching it, you're an indigo. Guess what? You are. Indigos are people who feel they've come here with a mission and they have a job to do here, and they have angst when they feel they're not doing their job. So just get in touch, inspire, breathe, get in touch with yourself, find out what you're supposed to be doing and do it. Just do it. You're here incarnated at this time with other people who have incarnated at this time so that you can work together with them to create what you're supposed to create, to bring harmony, love, and peace and healing to others just by your very existence and what you do in life, your job, your career, your hobbies, your art, your creative energy. We're all here to help each other. That's what we're here for, to be of service to humanity. I just had the lyrics of that song. People get ready, there's a train coming. Don't need no baggage, you just get on board. You don't need a ticket, you just thank the Lord. Just flashed on that song. All right, here we go. People get ready. There's a train to Jordan, picking up people coast to coast. Get on the train. Get on that train, the train of light, straight to the higher power, straight to universal energy. This card is the one that just came up, and this is self-reflection. That's where that guilt trip comes in, you know? Self-reflection, okay? Self-reflection. This card asks you to review your life, okay? Just like I was talking about before the card even came up. The angels guide you to see yourself as the indigo spiritual warrior you truly are. It's so easy to look back on your actions and feel guilt. Oh my God. Can you believe it? You can't write this stuff. That's what I was talking about. And then the card shows up. I love it. It's so easy to look back on your actions and feel guilt for things you've done to upset others, but that time is past. And you don't need to bring that energy with you going forward. Leave it behind. See yourself as a divine soul who's doing the absolute best you can, given the circumstances of your existence. As an indigo, you're designed to fight against that which no longer serves humanity. And this requires nothing more than being yourself, your true self. Admit what's most important to you and ask the angels to guide you to these goals and wishes, just like I was saying. You know, I think I mentioned this once before. I was sitting here one time and I was saying, I just really feel like I need some fresh air. And I got up and I opened my French doors. And I came back down and I pulled another card. And the card was fresh air. The card actually said fresh air. So I read about fresh air and it was like, wow. The energy was completely flowing and completely connected. I felt like I needed fresh air. I opened the door, the French doors, came back, pulled a card, and the card said fresh air and how you need fresh air and to open your windows and doors. Don't you love it? Self-reflection. There we go. All right, this is the roadmap now. This is the roadmap. This is where we're going. So now, let me just line these guys up here so I can see where we're going. Look at the map and see where we're going. Okay. And so now it's time to make yourself comfortable. And I'm going to look at this clock right now so I can put it in the description. And now we're going to go into the guided meditation. So make yourself comfortable. I suggest that your back is straight. And if you lie down, which I encourage you to do, when we did this live, everyone was lying down in the room. It was great. I just, the whole room was just laying down. I wish I had pictures of that. I may have somewhere, but there was a woman named Lisa that used to take pictures all the time. I don't know if she has one. I seem to remember seeing one of everybody lying down. It's just a beautiful sight, really. So if you're going to lie down, that's fine. Just lie down and let your back be straight. You don't have to sit unless you really want to. And shift around and get yourself comfortable. You don't have to be rigid. You can move. You can move throughout the guided meditation if you need to. And if you move, it just means that you are releasing the energy of the day, just like I'm doing when I yawn and my eyes water and all of what's going on right now, and my throat gets kind of hoarse and I feel like I need to drink something. You may feel that your mouth is dry also. You may feel that your eyes are watering also. Because we're all doing this together. We're all in this together, honey. Helping each other out, loving each other, being of service to humanity, doing what we're here to do. Doing what we came into this incarnation to do with all the people that are in your life that you're doing it with. That's not an accident. It's your tribe. It's your tribe. All right. So with your eyes closed now, close your eyes and shift around a little bit and see if you can make yourself just a little more comfortable. Maybe 5 to 10% more comfortable. That's it. Just let yourself go. Because your body and your mind has been craving a time for you to stop doing all the sympathetic dominant activities, all the monkey mind head trips, and allow yourself to decompress. This is like your computer having all the windows open, and doing this right now is like shutting down the computer and allowing it to be restarted again, where you don't have so many windows open. When you have all those windows open, it can be very draining, very overwhelming, and very confusing. This video is designed to stop that from happening, to allow you to reset, to allow you to automatically have those windows be shut down. You don't even have to think about what windows they are. You don't have to think about what you're doing. It's going to happen automatically. Just go with the flow. Just allow. Let's just take some deep breaths right now. In. Feel the inspiration come in as you inspire and breathe in and your abdomen raises. And your exhalation. Your stomach goes down. Your abdomen really. Exhale out your mouth like you're blowing out a candle. Any sounds you become aware of allow you to go even deeper into your own experience, letting go more and more. That's it. Let yourself go. Any thoughts that you have, allow them to float by. Like you're sitting on a hill watching cars drive on the freeway. You're just watching them go by. You're not focusing on any of them. And with each sound of my voice, and each breath that you take, you go deeper and deeper. Letting yourself go. Any sounds that you hear, any tones that you hear, allow your cells to vibrate in resonance with that sound or that tone. In essence, you are recalibrating and retuning yourself on a cellular level. Retuning yourself on a cellular level. That's it. There is nowhere you have to go. There is nothing you have to do. All that's required is listening, being receptive, and letting go. Whatever is said that aligns with your belief system will begin to manifest, effective immediately or in the very near future. I'm going to count from 5 down to 0. And each count will allow you to go even deeper than the count before. Without any effort whatsoever, this happens naturally, easily, and gently. Beginning on the count of 5, as the body continues to relax more and more. You may begin to drift and feel that you are not even in your body as I continue to speak and you continue to relax. That's fine. Going down to 4, going even deeper, letting go even more. Continuing down to 3, feeling light, floating. Happy to be able to take this time, knowing on a deep level of being how important it is for you to do this, to give yourself this gift. Continuing down to 2. Letting go even more, going even deeper, and coming down to 1. In a moment, you will hear some tones as I count you down to 0. When I say 0, you will hear the tones, and each tone will take you deeper and deeper into a very profound, creative, wise part of yourself that has the answers to your questions, your dilemmas, and your challenges. The answers are within you. And drifting deeper to 0. Subtly going even deeper. Gently and naturally going even deeper. That's it. And as deep as you are now, you can go even deeper as we take the next steps down, going even deeper. Because a part of you has decided to stop resisting. A part of you has decided to stop fighting. A part of you has decided to just drop it all and allow things to be. At the same time, another part of you feels stronger than ever in a strange, unusual way. Almost as if there is a new chapter, a new start, a new beginning, a new way of seeing things. Think about it. You'll see what I mean. Allow the fire of creativity to begin to burn stronger inside of you. Allow yourself to be more inspired and inspiring yourself. You see more magic, more joy, more happiness. And you're able to share more of that with others. Allow yourself to see clearly that you can move forward. As challenging as it may be, you can move forward. Moving away from the deep emotion that has had you basically bogged down lately. We all go through times of very profound, deep emotion. We all go through times of profound, deep sorrow. It's important to express that, feel it, experience it. And it's just as important to move forward and let it be. To move forward, to get up and walk forward. Opening your heart for what's next. There's a sense of acceptance that may be coming around you now. It may start as a teeny little seed in your subconscious mind. Some things are a challenge to accept. But just allow things to be, and allow wonderful things to happen to you and for you, to be revealed. Almost as if a carpet is being rolled out for you, with a new path for you to walk on. Allow yourself to walk on that path, to walk forward into the light, into new situations, experiences, and relationships. Remembering that peace comes from knowing that love is all there is. The love we share with each other. The love we share for the planet. The love we share for our pets, our friends, family, loved ones, co-workers. The goal is to be as loving as you can be. As loving and kind as you can be to even to people who cannot help you, that you may never see again, just because they're other human beings. Try to go through your day being as kind, loving, and warm as you can to everyone you interact with, and watch and see how it lifts your vibrational frequency. It makes you more conscious. You're not just sleepwalking, interacting with people at the store or at work or wherever you may be. You're actually intentionally being as loving and warm and as kind as you can be. And your vibrational frequency will accelerate and expand. It's a beautiful thing. Self-reflection is key. It's always important to look at oneself and reflect. We're like diamonds. Diamonds are made from coal. Coal under incredible amount of pressure creates a diamond. A diamond has many facets. And when those facets are clear and the film is gone from them, the diamond reflects light in such a profoundly beautiful way. Each of us are like diamonds, created from incredible pressure on the substance of who we are. As we become more and more refined and able to more and more reflect light. And drifting deeper. Letting yourself go now. Letting your mind do its work without you having to do anything at all. As your mind begins to incorporate some of the things that you've heard that resonate with your belief system, you will see, even if you listen to this more than once, twice, 3 or 4 times, as some of you have told me that you do, each time you feel lighter, freer, and happier, and more loving, and more kind, and more warm. Each time you listen to any of these audios, each time you watch any of the videos, you will see something else that will resonate with you. That's the way it works. It resonates with a deep part of you, your subconscious mind. part of you is waking up to a deeper level of being. A part of you is waking up to your purpose. A part of you is waking up to the next chapter of your life. A part of you is waking up to the joy and the happiness that is ahead, that is in store for you. Get out of your way and allow yourself to move forward and experience it. Take time every day for yourself. Take time every day for self-reflection. Take time every day for inspiration. Take time every day to breathe consciously. All of your cells resonating, tuning up, vibrating. A part of you is waking up. Almost as if you've been in a long, deep sleep. The future looks bright. There are wonderful things ahead for you. Expect that. Know that. I want to thank you for joining me in this dimension. I look forward to seeing you again and being with you again in this dimension. I wish you many, many blessings, and much light and love. Namaste.